Hey, welcome to YDG Cowboys. And of course, YDG stands for You're Doing Good Cowboys. Guys, I'm still trying to get over my alma mater losing to North Carolina A&T, the Aggies. I went to Winston State. We had a blast. It was a nice weekend. Hung out with some friends. So I'm still trying to get over that. So I know I look tired, but I don't care. I feel better now because what I saw that took place on Sunday. So forget my looks. But what took place on Sunday was what I've been telling you for the last, 2 or 3 weeks maybe. What we saw was something that was totally different than last year. Our linebacker core. Man, that looked crazy. I told you. I don't know. I think the Cowboys need to give Agent Zero which is Demarion Overshawn. They need to give him his number that he wore in Texas. Shouts out to Texas Longhorns. He was number 0. They need to give it back to him. It's bright out here. I'm going to have to put my shades on. So bear with me. They need to give his number back. I'm going to tell you, that linebacking core that we have is unreal. Unreal. With Eric Kendricks, Demarion Overshawn, Maris Luerfowl. It's crazy. It's crazy what our linebacker core is doing right now. It really is. Also, when you got corners, shouts out to Wake Forest, Winston-Salem. Okay? And of course, Winston State is where I went to college. But shouts out to our cornerback from Wake Forest. He held Amari Cooper to a couple catches, maybe 60-some yards. Maybe somewhere in there. But you got to understand, when you have two defensive ends, where you've got Kneeling, DeMarcus Lawrence, pushing the edges, controlling the edges, and then you got Michael Parsons running free. It's crazy. Our defense is crazy. So you've got to understand what we have. That 4-3 that Mike Zimmer's playing or putting into place is unreal. It really is. We're very aggressive. We're not getting pushed off the ball this year. We went out and got Linval Joseph again and Jordan Phillips again. So those two defensive monsters that's in the middle, that's a total of 700 pounds in the middle between the both of them. Understand what I just said? 700 pounds in the middle between the both players. That lets our linebackers run free. So you got Overshawn, Agent Zero. Deshaun Watson, he looked like he was in a prize fight. He looked like he was beat up by Mike Tyson. The early 90s Mike Tyson. He couldn't do anything at all. He tried to scramble. Overshawn closed on him so fast, and I got to go back and look at the film, but it just, the way Overshawn closed on him, he couldn't understand what was going on. And by the time he tried to throw the ball, he was already sacked. When you have a linebacker that outran our number 1 defensive player and our speedster and our number 1 sack leader in Micah Parsons to the quarterback to sack him is unreal. So you got to give it up to our defense, man. Caleb Carson, to be able to handle Amari Cooper for a rookie is crazy. Deshaun Watson did not want to throw at Diggs on the other side. Our safety room was outstanding with Demo. Everybody played well. The defense stepped up. Like I said, our defensive line was crazy. And Kneeling, had 8 pressures. Okay. Nealon, our rookie, had 8 pressures. DeMarcus Lawrence, I think, had 9 pressures, 2 sacks. Micah had a sack with maybe 12 or 15 pressures. It was outstanding what our defense did. It was crazy. So, and our defense is built to play the 49ers. We've been getting pushed around from the 49ers for the last 3 years. Our defense is built to play them this year. There's no more pushing around on our defense at all. There's no more running the ball. McCaffrey, he might as well do whatever he can to get iced up and stay whatever in shape, all he can do. But I'm going to be honest with you, our defensive line, with those 2 tackles and Mozzie Smith, they're not running the ball on us. And I don't think with Brock Purdy they can throw the ball on us. So we are built tough this year for the 49ers. I can promise you that. Also with the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles look good. They did. And of course, them picking up Barkley is a good thing. I mean, Barkley's running good. But I'm going to be honest with you. Again, we built for them too. With our corner situation and our linebacker situation and our safety situation, we're not afraid. We can contain Smith. We can contain all their wide receivers. We really can. Because you got to understand, when we are able to press man coverage, when the corners are able to come up and press man coverage, right, that gives our linebackers a little bit of room to run free, especially when you have Demarion Overshawn able to have the range he has. I mean, that dude has crazy closing speed. So you've got press corners you got press coverage in our corners. You got linebackers that can play man coverage and zone, and you got defensive tackles that you can't run on us. So what does that leave? Michael Parsons, who is a chess piece that can do anything he wants to on the field. So that is absolutely nuts, and it showed. Yeah, I mean, the Browns had some tackles that were down. They're right and left tackles. Yeah, but the way we beat them, the way we smacked them around, it wouldn't even have mattered. Wouldn't even have mattered the way we beat up on them. So I just think we're going to destroy the Saints. And I don't think David Carr has anything for our defense at all, especially when our corners that can press the way they do. And our linebackers are so fast, there's no way he can run. And I don't see anything they're going to do with the running back. They're not going to be able to do anything running the ball. So I think we're going to destroy the Saints coming up. That shouldn't be a problem. I think there should be a 2-touchdown score win against them, and on to the Ravens. Now, the Ravens is going to give us some problems. They really are. They got a decent offensive line, and they got a good defense. But still, the number 1 defense last year, or number 2, was the Browns, and you see what we did to them. So I'm not worried about the Ravens either. I just think this year we're built a little different. I'm not saying that I'm not saying it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to continue to say that we built different. That's all I'm going to say. We're built different this year. So what do you think, Cowboy Nation? What do you think of what we did, what we displayed on the field? Also, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that. But go ahead and hit that sub button and go ahead and share. I'm going to start doing some podcasts with a few people. Try to get my homegirls in there and try to get, just try to do some podcasting. Just talk about life and talk about doing, what's going on in today's society and stuff like that. But I just want to start doing some stuff, doing some different things, But you haven't seen the last of YDG or YDG Cowboys, so stay tuned. But our Cowboys has the green arrow pointing up. I'm not going to say this year is going to be special. I'm just going to continue to say we built different. We built different. Our defense is not letting no one push us around. Our offense is going to continue to play well. You got to give it up to Tyler Guyton, our rookie, man. The way he stood up to Myles Garrett got 1 sack. The baddest defensive player in the league, he got 1 sack on our left tackle. So you got to give it up to him. Our center, rookie, Cooper Beebe, played great. So our offensive line is looking good. Our running backs, Zeke, he had to score. It was his hometown, which is Ohio. He went to school at Ohio, okay? And you had to get him in the end zone. So Zeke went to Ohio State. He got a score. So the crowd went crazy. Deuce Vaughn got some play. Deuce Vaughn should continue to get play. I know he did well on special teams, but Deuce Vaughn needs to get a little bit more run. I think he got like 6 or 7 yards on that one run he got in between the tackles. So everybody's playing well. Rico Dowdle looked good. He played well. Hunter Lupke, which is our fullback, he's filling in with our tight end, who Jake Ferguson had a little scare. We thought he got, with his knee, we thought he was injured pretty bad, but it turns out it was just a bone bruise and a sprained MCL, which is good. That's really good. That could have been worse. So, but everybody stepped up. Again, you got to give the players that I seen that stood out was Wake Forest cornerback Caleb Carson. He did a wonderful job against Mari Cooper. Also, Demarion Overshawn, Agent Zero, number 13. He just jumped off the field. I mean, he was sideline to sideline. That linebacker had the best range I've ever seen. Well, not ever seen. Yeah, in a long time. So you got to give it up to Demarion Overshawn. He's looking good. So, and Nealon, which is the other rookie, which kept containment on the sides where the running backs couldn't get outside. So that's the reason why we was able to stop the run. But you can control the edges on your defensive ends on both sides with DeMarcus Lawrence and Nealon. You're not running the ball. You damn sure can't run up the middle with 700 pounds of defensive tackles that can stop the run. That's just not happening. So, Cowboy Nation, we built different. That's all we're going to say this year. This year, the theme is we built different. Cowboy Nation, stand up. YDG, stand up. I'll be talking to you soon.